Morning, students. Today I'm going to start a new lesson that is two stories about flying, in which there are two parts. The first one is his first flight, the second one is the Black Aeroplane, which is written by Leon O. Flaherty. About the characters, let us discuss about the characters. Family of seagulls, six members in the family of seagulls. Young seagull, one who is unable to fly due to fear. Before we read, since the earliest times, humans have dreamt of conquering skies. Hear a story about flying. A young seagull is afraid to fly. How does he conquer his fear? You can see this picture. This is a picture of young seagull. And let us discuss the lines of the lesson. His first flight. The lines here. These are the textbook lines. I'm going to explain the meaning of this paragraph. His first flight is an interesting story of young seagull who was afraid of flying. His brothers and sisters already left the day before. He was afraid of flying. He went to the edge of the narrow horizontal shelf and gave a try to fly. He became afraid seeing the vast, widespread green sea, and he ran back into the nest. His little sister, whose wings are shorter than his, learned the art of flying and flew. His parents came around, calling him sharply, scolded him, threatened him, and also warned him that they would not give him any food unless he learned to fly and catch the fish. But all efforts went in vain. The seagull could not dare to fly. This is all about paragraph 1. These are the questions. Okay. And you can ask students, you can answer these questions. And these are the word meanings. You can see the word meanings here also. And paragraph 2, I'm going to explain you. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves, how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his elder brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud crackle. All the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau, midway down opposite cliff, taunting him with his covered eyes. Let me explain the meaning of this paragraph. He was all alone for 24 hours and ate nothing. He was hungry. He wanted to reach to his parents. He was feeling very weak and he was lonely and it was very hot. Okay. And he saw his brother and sisters were flying to catch the fish. They were catching and eating the fish happily. They were diving and waving. Okay, but he is helpless. He could not fly. And they were also resting on the rock, and they taunted him for his covered eyes. Okay, and parents, brothers and sisters all were taunted him for his covered eyesiness. He wanted to follow them, but fear stopped him. This is about paragraph 3. These are the questions, children. You can read and answer. This is a picture. This is ledge, and these are the young seagulls. Word meanings are there. You can read and understand. I'll explain the meaning of paragraph 3. First, let me read the passage. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on the ledge that faced the south. He felt that heat became because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing. He closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraped his beak now and again to wet it. I'm going to explain you the meaning of this paragraph. The sun is rising and shining with great heat. Seagull was feeling very hot and weak. He had not eaten anything since 24 hours. The previous night, he saw his family taking rest on the rock opposite to him. He tried to attract their attention by pretending to be asleep on the edge of the rock. Nobody noticed him. He saw his two brothers and sisters taking rest on the rock, putting their heads sunk into their necks, and his father was smoothing and cleaning his feathers on his back with his beak. Only his mother noticed him. Her mother was looking at him and his activities. After some time, his mother went or tried to go to near the young seagull with a piece of fish in its beak. Okay. The sight of food maddened the young seagull. He loved to take the food and he loved to eat the food. This is all about paragraph 3. These are the questions and the word meanings are given here. And paragraph 4, I'm going to explain you the paragraph 4. Let me read the lines first. Ga, 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 he cried, begging her to bring some food. Ga Kola, she screamed back derisively, but he kept calling plaintively. And after a minute and so, she uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapped the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within the reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers and then under his stomach and again his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga, 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 Gaukola. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and sisters flying around him, curveting and danking and soaring and diving. I will tell you the meaning of this paragraph. The young seagull was extremely hungry. He cried, begging her to bring him some food, but she did not respond. After some time, mother picked up the piece of fish, flew across him. He was excited on seeing his mother picking up a piece of fish and flying across him. He uttered a joyful cry. He leaned out eagerly, tapped the rock with his feet. When mother landed Just opposite to him, seagull surprised. The sight of the fish maddened him. He could not control himself and dived at the fish. The mother flew over again. When he tried to follow her, he fell outwards with a loud scream, but his wings opened up automatically. He cried and sank himself. He flapped his wings. Now he felt as if he was soaring in the sky. He was not falling headlong. Now he flapped his wings once again and flew upwards. He gave a joyous scream now. He was joined by his family in his first flight. This is all about paragraph 4. The, you can answer these questions, and word meanings are given here. You can see this picture. And this is all about paragraph 5. Let me read. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and called amusedly. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise. Exhausted by the strange exercise, his feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. He was floating on it, and around him, his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scrap of dogfish he had made his first flight. I'll tell you the meaning of the fifth paragraph. He was near the sea now. He saw the vast green sea beneath him. His parents and other family members landed on the green sea. They called the young seagull also. He also tried to drop on the water. Initially, his legs sank into it. Okay, he thought he was going to drown. He tried to fly again, but his body did not support him. Why? Because he did not have anything from past 24 hours. So his legs initially sank. Okay, he put a scream. He screamed, and again he attempted to rise, but he could not rise. Okay, and when his belly touched on the water, okay, he got balanced on the water. Now he could balance on his own, and okay, his feet sank into the water, and then his body touched it. He sank no further. Now he was floating happily. His family members started praising him for his efforts. Okay, offered him a scrap dogfish. In that way, he had made his first flight. This is all about his first flight. This is a story of young seagull. Children, what moral did we learn from this lesson? This lesson teaches us. Okay, initially we are ignorant. Initially, we don't understand anything, we don't know anything. But we should not give up the things. Even if you don't know, we must learn the things. Sometimes our parents help us in learning the things. If we fail to learn, our parents scold us. Okay? Parents get angry, but we should not react to it. We must take it positively. Okay, they are our well wishers, they are not our enemies. They try to teach us good things. We must respond positively, try to learn the things. We must not give up in our life. Okay, children, let us discuss the question answers. The questions you can do on your own. What meanings are being given here? And the textbook questions are displayed okay, on the screen. You can go through the textbook questions, all these textbook questions, and try to write your own answers, children. Okay. I'm not again reading the same questions and answers. Okay, you can see the answers and write on your own answers. Don't copy the answers from this PPT. Okay, Jay. Thank you. Thank you very much.